Oh, he's waving. He's waving. Okay, welcome back once again to another viewer game analysis. This time we're going to be following Toots the Roman. The Roman Toots. He's going to be playing Ymir in the support role. He goes 2-4-11 in this 37-minute game. Currently in gold 4. How do you think you played? I played quite well, especially early game setting up kills for the AD carry. Awesome. Whilst was the game you feel struggle with? Late game. I didn't really know which lane to help, so to spend quite a lot of time faffing about between lanes. Faffing, that's a very English word. Between lanes, not really achieving anything. Whilst it's the game you feel comfortable with, I thought the laning phase and early game rotations went well. Okay, so before we even begin this, and you know your early game goes well, we don't need the sound for this bit as I'm talking over it. But he says, late game, I didn't really know which lane to help. Now, if you're looking at late game, you're not really looking at helping lanes for the most part. You're looking at being part of the team fight and looking for picks, as well as making sure the wall coverage is good and strong throughout the game. So I hope during the late game I don't see you wandering around looking to help every lane out, because if the laning phase goes on too long, like if you say in late game, there shouldn't be a laning phase anymore, which means you should really be hunting around for farm for the most part and position yourself to support team. Ares and Jibalonke up against Rami. You've definitely got kill potential in this lane. Good use of the freeze, that's a death. That's first kill. Don't. That was brave of you to back up then and not go for the extra in hand. I probably would have gone for the extra auto, honestly, then. But it was a good call. You got first kill. We'll try and skim through the early game then. Just because you said it went well early, and I can see that it does. Already by that first pick up of the game. My only question to you is, why'd you go Vanguard? Why go Vanguard and not Watchers? It's my only concern. Why go Vanguard and not Watchers? Watchers is so good. I would have looked for Watchers here, not Vanguard. I guess you were worried about the early game pressure from Ares, but at the same time, Ymir is very good against Ares. So maybe next time look at picking up Watchers. It's the only thing I can notice right now. Another good pick up for yourself. Good poke damage again. You max freeze. You don't necessarily have to max freeze either. Look at maybe maxing your Glacial Strike instead. Glacial Strike does a ton of damage. You give up a lot of free damage for nothing. And you don't really need the full constant CC of the freeze for as long as it lasts during the early game. Mid-Harpy rotation's pretty good here. Looks like you might get picked though. Rip the dream. Rip the dream. Could we have done that any differently? Not sure. The rotation was good. You came from mid-Harpies. That's your first death of the game. I can't really say much else other than that. I mean, you just got picked. Isis silenced you, Loki jumped you as well. And then Ares was there as well. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do in that situation. But we can go back to where you are alive. I can find you again. There we are. We're back on this button. That's your first step. You do go back, get boots 1, blink 1, and 2 wards and health potions. I like the build. The build choices are good here. I like the fact you went for the hog 2 as well because you had to spare 300 gold. That's good calls. Gank in mid lane with a blink. The freeze is good. Wall? 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 You got to follow up. Okay, you were alone then. Oh no, you weren't. Still it was there. So it was a little bit delayed. Now the funny thing is, if you would have actually gone for your maxing of your Glacial Strike here, and not the maxing of your Freeze, you would have actually probably killed Loki there on your own. You wouldn't have needed the support of the Scylla in that situation. I guess that it couldn't really help because you didn't have much mana there, but next time if you go for the Glacial Strike max, you probably would have got the kill on Loki. I like the blink attempt play, you just like over-blinked was the biggest issue there. Soak up the mid lane farm is fine. Back harpies are available for you to pick up here as well. That's a ton of farm for you. Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. We had to base again then, which is unfortunate. I really don't like your maxing the freeze. It's actually making things a bit more difficult for your farming than it should do. It does set up more CC by having a longer freeze, agreed, but the Glacial Strike more important, honestly. The amount of damage you can do with it is a ton. Ult this. Wall him off. Good wall here. Oh, where's your wall? Where's your wall? Where's your wall? Make sure you use your walls a little bit more in this early game. You can be more effective with the walls. Walls are so cool. Ares wouldn't have been able to escape your ultimate for the most part there. He would have died to the ultimate if you would have had the wall. I think you lost the creep then. Did you lose the creep then? I think you did. Well, let's see if you lose this creep, because if you do, you deserve to, and this will teach you about maxing Glacial Strike first. I think you lose a creep. I hope you lose the creep. Okay, you use freeze to steal it. So you do get both groups, but the freeze is just not paying off for you, honestly. It would be so much better for Glacial Strike. I'll start harping on about it, but it's such a big impacting thing that you could actually got more kills out of this game, secured objectives a little bit easier, cleared waves of minions a little bit easier if you're defending. I'll try not to keep harping on about it. Freeze is good. Where's your wall? Where's your wall? Where's your wall? Oh, there's the wall. You don't need to hold that. You didn't have vision of what was going on there either. You do get the kill though. Wall. Good wall. Good freeze. But then they turn up for reinforcements. And Robert's not involved anymore. There we go, back alive again. Our wall placements are pretty good for the most part. You can see where the rotation is from their team now, so you know that's up. You've got Hog 3 online as well. Honestly, you could have considered going for your max boots first before Hog 3. We're checking with Ares though across the way. He does have Hog 3 as well in the same situation as you, so I don't mind you going for the Hog here. Looking for the pick onto him. Really good wall. Now you can blink freeze here if you need to. Blink freeze, it's probably a kill. Choose not to though, that's alright. You don't have to blink freeze. If you've got max blink, you're definitely looking for big freezes for big plays. Mid lane, there's a big gank going and you can turn this one around. Icy should die here. She's in tower range, blink freeze. 2, auto, 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 lazy. Unneeded ultimate. That was a very, very unneeded ultimate there from you. If you would have just auto attacked with your passive of increased increased damage in your next auto attack, you would have killed her without having to use your ultimate. You wasted your ultimate then. It's okay though, you got the kill. It was a good turnaround. The funny thing is, Glacial Strike would have cleared those camps out. Freeze is doing a good job, and you're just stealing both away from him. Rip Ares. That's what happens against Ymir.
Killing spree.
You steal both of these from him. That's hype if you do. No, get the camp. Get the camp. Get the camp. Get the camp. Get the camp first. He still would have died. So far, the first 10 minutes, the first thing I can notice is you underuse wall a little bit as well. That could actually help you out a lot more. You underuse the wall where you could have used it a little bit more effectively. That was a good wall though. The problem is that you're trying to go aggressive against this Xbalanque here, and I don't think there's a reason to go aggressive for the Xbalanque here, just because you weren't going to find the kill. Poked him a little bit, but with Glacial Strike not being maxed, which I keep harping on about, even though I'm trying not to. I like the amount of aggression you're putting out here. You're just like, wall, give no craps about your Ares, we're just going to kill you again. You've really set up your Hunter to be big in this game. Mid Harpy's coming up soon. Big rotation on the backside from their team. Where are you going? Where are you going here? What is your plan? You are Ymir, right? They are still two dangerous gods to deal with in this game. There's still two dangerous gods to deal with. Look at what's going on the map. Chunga's pushing mid. Loki and Isis are here, and you're running in solo, dolo, YOLO, boys. Like you're going to be a hero and save the day. You're not, though. What you end up doing is just taking a lot of poke for free. That fight didn't work out well for you, did it, really? You could have just walked back to tower and played safe. What is Chunga doing here? So they're going for Gold Fury now. Now realise by what actually happened in that engagement there is that you walked into the jungle, met them, got poked to about 75% health. Then you went back to tower, got poked again by Chunga and got forced away, which means they get a free Gold Fury based off this. This wasn't really your fault. This was more to do with... Technically, the first bit was your fault. The second bit with the Chunga was more to do with the team not rotating and the teammates all being dead. But you've got to be aware of the Gold Fury being available as a possibility of an issue.
Killing spree.
Nice blink attempt. Your teammates are really around here. I'd ult. Yeah, good ult. Good ult. You forced a zone of discretion for yourself. Why run this way? Why are we running this way? Why are we running this way, eh? Why are we running this way? Why am I not going this way? Our escape path is out here, okay? Our escape path is always out this way, not the way you're going here. I don't think this is the right call to go back into this engagement. Look at your HP bar. You got hit by the spirit ball because you went this way. If you would have run away, you would have got out and stayed alive. I'm pretty sure you're going to die now because of this. Pretty certain you're going to die. I don't know why. Now you're back up, okay. That was weird. Weird decisions. This is a very odd game so far. But I'm not really saying you do too much wrong. Your deaths could have been prevented, yeah. Should you have max Glacial Strike first? Yeah. Your freeze max first did work out in lane, I guess. We didn't need to. Good wall. Good freeze. You only seem to use the wall when you're going aggressive and not for defense is what I'm noticing. Good use of element there. You're gonna get a rotation from the team now. You gotta run. You gotta run. Abandon him. 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 In those situations, you really should just run. You knew the rotation was coming in. You tried to save your carry. There was no reason to try and save your carry there, honestly. Trying to save your carry got yourself killed. That was a mistake from you. Your carry made a mistake, but you followed up with the mistake. That was the issue, and we'll see it back again. It's at this moment in time, you know the rotation's coming. You've got wards on Loki, you've got wards on Isis, you've got wards on Chang'e coming in as well. There's no reason for you to stay. He's dead. He's been chained. All you can do is throw out a freeze that would buy him a second or two. You should get out of here. And you don't. Going back in. Like, what's going to happen here? What's the best case scenario for you? What's the best case scenario? You kill Ares and you both die. You've already killed Xbalanque. Or would the trade be better to go Xbalanque dies, Rama dies, you live? What's the better call? What's the better call? Mistakes were made. This game is really strange, Toots. It's a really strange game because it's not really your fault. I'm looking at how the game's been played out by your team, and I'm watching the whole game as a whole going through here. Everybody's pretty much behind apart from your lane based off what you've done in this one. I'm not going to go into the mid-late game any further than this. I did skim over this replay, honestly, because I expect to go mid-late game, see what went wrong. But honestly, from what's gone wrong in this game, it wasn't your fault. Maybe you've tried to be a bit too much supportive in like that Rama death just then. One or two, your deaths could have all been prevented. All of your deaths could have been prevented for the most part. I think those are issues. In your games, though, going forward, what I'd like to see you do a little bit more is just change your skill order. Maybe look at going Watcher's Gift, depending on the opponent you're against, to get yourself even further ahead against this Ares than you actually were. Ares still level 11 and 0-7. You could have punished him even more by having Watcher's Gift, which means you would have been an even higher level, which means this could have even been closer to being finished right about now if you would have started with Watcher's Gift. On top of that, maxing Glacial Strike, I keep saying that. Maxing Glacial Strike. Don't be scared to use your wall a little bit more defensively as well than you have been doing. You'll be able to get away with rank 1 of freeze for a very, very long time, okay? 1.25 seconds. By maxing it, you're only getting an additional point of a second every single time. 2.25 seconds on the Frost Breath is fantastic, we all know that, but you don't really need it until later on. 370 damage though at base value on Glacial Strike. Ooh, we want that, because that really hurts some people's faces, especially those squishy mages and hunters for the most part, even those Areses that are behind as well. In your games, I don't think you played this one too badly. Maybe your mid-harpy rotations weren't great. Fine, you could have farmed a little bit more. Cool, but this game wasn't really your fault, and it's not the best one to really for me to analyze your individual plays and the mistakes you've made because you didn't really make too many. I could definitely correct a few things though, and they're the ones I've given you advice on. Good luck in your future games. This game was not your fault though, and it wasn't something that I can give you more advice on how to get yourself back into it because your team's just too far behind at this point when I'm looking at the map and how they're all playing and the itemization builds as well. It's just gonna be a rough one to get back into. Unfortunately, their team is just in such a strong position right now. Good luck in your future games.